Hello and welcome to the Series 2 or Series 1.5 of Star Trek Tempest, which is a Star Trek Adventures second edition game. And we are set in the original series. We are taking up, if you can imagine, we are a year or two after the Star Trek TV series and animated series. We are well before the movies, so we're kind of in that space between those two things. We are using the new edition of Star Trek Adventures. I have all the stuff. I have all the books. I got the species source book, and as soon as Movies puts them on the thing, I pre-order them. I will admit, yeah, but and I've been enjoying that immensely. My name is Lowell. Pronouns he, him. My pronouns are he, him. If that bothers you, you can stop listening to the recording or watching it right now. Because I still get that. I love watching old videos get found by people and then they get annoyed by it. I just had somebody get furious at me on a Dune video this week. So I love it so much. We are part of the Open Hearth Gaming Community, which is an online gaming club slash community that has a Patreon that supports it. We have our podcasts. We do events. We've got a Star Wars mini-con coming up at the beginning of May, and we usually do a big open con at in September, October. We'll figure that out at some point. But we have a calendar it supports the gaming that we do in it, and we have a Discord that goes with that. And if you come on there and you're an AI art spammer, I will ban you immediately. As soon as I know that that has happened, I will ban you so fast. I'm enjoying that power. I revel in it these days. But we are doing a Star Trek game. The players are returning, so I'm not going to go over the cats. I am going to briefly go over safety so that we're reminded of what we have as the tools that are here. Just going to do it for this session. So we have lines and veils and ask first. Take a look at those. Make sure that you are good with those. See if there's anything that you wish to add onto that. Uh, if you're good with those, give me an okay in the chat just to confirm. So, and Rich, you could just give me a thumbs up or whatnot, or a hey ho. Um, that's the first set of things that we have as our layered set of safety tools. We also have a romance matrix that people have added uh, onto what they're interested in terms of running romance with NPCs, with PCs, and so on. And then we also use the X card as our reactive tool, meaning anything that we need to stop as problematic, as objectionable, as wildly off tone, we can do that. Again, as with the use of all these safety tools, you do not have to explain your choice when you invoke your right to use a safety tool. You're welcome to explain it. You're welcome to say it, but you're not required to defend that. The only questions we might ask is, say, how far back do we need to go? What do we need to change to get something to where you're comfortable with? And of course, we are using open door, meaning that should you need to step away for whatever reason, emotional, physical, Amazon at the door, you should feel free to do that. So those are our tools. That is the most truncated version I can do of that for our game. So lines on fat phobia, harm to children, PC betrayal, sexual assault, and transphobia. Those are topics we're not even going to have in play at all, metaphorically or not. Veils on cannibalism, graphic gore, harm to animals, meaning, and I think we discussed this before, most domesticated animals, pets, anything like that of that sort. Uh, if we have anything that would be monstrous, that would you were asking you to have empathy for, that is also off the table. Homophobia, racism, sexual content, and torture, all of those are veils, meaning fade to black. And then if we're going to do mind control as a topic, as a plot point, as an issue, we're going to check in with people before we bring that into play. I'll point us to the second tab that we have in our Keeper. For those of you at home, we're using a Google Sheet for handling all the characters. We also are using DD dice for our roller, and we've used Owlbear Rodeo traditionally to do like the spaceship battles, just so you know. So things that people have as more interested in are Star Trek values in clash with the situation, downtime scenes, food scenes, exploration of philosophical questions, medical emergencies, space battles, holodeck or vacation, basically off shore leave kind of things, and then saucer separation. And then less interested in mirror universe, Klingons, are androids human, mud, and specifically mud. Roguish space traders we've established are on the table, but no mud, and no Section 31. Those are elements that were in there. Uh, I do want to go through and check if anybody has anything else you wanted to add to this list on either side. It is fair to say no, or I'll think about it. But I'm just going to do a quick check-in. Jim, is there anything that you want to add to either side of this as we go into this second part here?
No, I think I'm pretty happy with what we got so far. I mean, and just kind of in general, if we stick to what we would expect in a Star Trek episode for the most part,
Oh
I think
yeah,
we'll probably be okay. So yeah.
100%. Mike, anything that you would like to see is more interested in, less interested in terms of stories?
I'm in the same boat. I'm pretty happy with where we're at.
Okay. Jolene.
No, it's all pretty good.
Okay. Rich, can I get a hey ho from you? Are you good?
I am good with what we have. And I
Okay.
just wish that others had no on Section 31.
Yeah. It's yeah. I didn't watch that movie. And my only encounter with Section 31 has pretty much been making fun of it in Lower Decks and the little bits from the space station one. D Space Nine. Ooh, that went right out of my head. So we're going to talk main characters here. Basically, getting our characters reintroduced and set up. And so I'm going to start with Jim. We're going to work character keeper order. Jim, would you reintroduce us to who your character is and just give us the basics, but then I want to talk about what you've got as values and what you're thinking about for B plots.
Yeah, I'm Commander Abraham Chvilik, Abe to his friends. I am the ship's communications officer. And as such, versed in multiple dozens of languages and stuff, my downtime hobby is playing lexicographic games of all kinds. For anybody that saw season two, they may recall we had basically what amounted to kind of like an intergalactic Scrabble tournament that Abe managed to pull out and win. And so, but just language negotiation, finding ways to allow people to communicate with each other when they might not otherwise be, be inclined to do so. That's my whole thing. I am in the Grand Star Trek tradition. My mother's human, my father's Andorian. I'm from a dilithium mining facility. So I've got a little bit of my like first generation of my family to go to Starfleet Academy kind of thing going on. And because of that, I may have a little bit of like stuff in my background of, having associated with some more unsavory characters in my younger days. When you said kind of like scoundrels are still on the table,
Yep.
they're on the table because some of them were my buddies back when I was a teenager, and hopefully that at some point will come back to haunt me as we play through here.
And anything that we should know about your values that you've got some real classic ones, but anything you want us to kind of point to?
Well, I mean, one of my values is the Federation is my clan now. And one of the things that we kind of know about Andorians is they have this kind of, or whatever, like to the extent that we know anything from various, versions of Star Trek canon, is that Andorians are kind of clan based, and grew up in a planet with a very harsh environment that required them to work together and be, very tight knit within their groups in order to survive Andoria's, kind of Antarctic-like climate. And so they don't fight wars with each other, but they take dueling incredibly seriously. And so there's a whole thing called the Ushan Tour, which is this like dueling culture thing where they kind of like, put one hand in a gauntlet and the other person puts a hand in a gauntlet and you're joined by a wire and you have knives in those kind of like bladed knives, ice knives in the other hand, and you fight with them and stuff like this. And kind of that's how they settle disputes is through these duels. Not necessarily to the death. Maybe sometimes it might be. But they kind of take those family structures very seriously.
Excellent.
Yeah. And I guess the other thing I have is never hide behind your rank. Abe is very because of the kind of like sort of like Federation version of like a blue collar labor situation that he grew up in.
Hmm.
He respects the chain of command because that's there. But he has never said, "You'll do it because I'm the commander, that's why." And if anybody says, "Why should we do this?" he'll do his best to explain, why and what the purpose behind the order is. And is not particularly interested in rank for the sake of rank.
Excellent. And it looked like you were good with the talents you'd picked. You have a lot of talents around negotiation and interactions and so on. And B plots. I know we had kind of finished out one of them, had done a little bit. So tell us about what you have there as a list, just so we're all reminded, so we all have that in our heads.
Yeah, a big thing I'm a fan of in Star Trek is people having kind of agendas or kind of habits that express themselves in different ways across different seasons. And so in the first season, I had you're avoiding an important cultural duty or custom. And in that case, it was an Andorian ceremony where you like deaden your antennae and you blind yourself and you have to kind of make your way, through some kind of gauntlet or ceremonial trial or something like that. And I'd been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And it was starting to mess with my head towards the end of the season. And Lieutenant Commander Tiven, our doctor, kind of helped me come around to, doing it in a way where I was accepting of it and not feeling like I was letting down Starfleet or anything like that. And so we kind of resolved that. So I thought it would be interesting because that was an important cultural duty or custom from my Andorian side that I was trying to put off to this season have an important cultural duty or custom from my human side.
Hmm.
And I thought about like what are human obligations that in the 24th century are like there's still weddings and marriages and stuff like this. And I thought that a way to kind of combine my background of having known all these, these like unsavory types, was one of them is getting married and like has tapped me to be the best man for his wedding. And this is like, and there's like, he's marrying an Orion, like, pirate princess or something like this. And this is
Okay.
just like not a thing that I should be involved in, not a thing I want to be involved in, but he like was my friend from childhood. And, and we can play to find out like, what other like obligations I have or what he's got on me or whatever. But I thought that might be an interesting thing to possibly build up to, because that's
Yeah.
also a way to maybe bring the other crew and the rest of the crew into it if we wanted to. And my
Uh,
other one is an estranged relative tries to reestablish their relationship with you. Uh, my Andorian mother has a twin sister who was incarcerated and just got out. We didn't really get a chance to meet her or do anything with her last time, so I'm just kind of roll that over till to the current season.
okay. That sounds good. Let's come to Lieutenant Commander Taven.
Yeah. Hello. Lieutenant Commander Taven is our Vulcan Chief Medical Officer aboard the Tempest. In the past, at some point, she had been involved in various like EMT specializations, going out and rescuing people in remote locations on the agricultural planet that she grew up on. She was involved in a space shuttle crash whilst transporting a patient and had to try and deal with both at the same time. And as a result of that, she ended up in Starfleet, kind of pursuing a little bit of the engineering side, but sticking with the medical track ultimately. Um, what else can I tell you about her? Her hobby is that she enjoys crochet. Enjoys? She engages in crochet.
Okay.
Uh, she likes making things for other people. She kind of considers the thought process around trying to understand uh, what somebody might need in their life that she can make for them. And then, massively overthinking it. What sort of colors do they need? What kind of fabric would they like? Her crochet skills, I wrote, are mediocre at best. She's not great at it, but she does it anyway, and it's she finds it meditative. Um, yeah, in terms of values, she is somebody that finishes what she starts. She's definitely she's tenacious like
Hmm.
that. She doesn't give up on things. And she's also fairly pragmatic. I have she can make something from nothing. She's the kind of person that if you get trapped in a dangerous situation, she will find a way to MacGyver the avocado and the snorkel that you have into something useful to help you get out of the situation. Um, and I also have senses can't tell you everything. So although she does rely on instrumentation, she's a firm believer in trusting one's uh, personal senses.
Hmm.
I kind of don't want to say feelings
Yeah.
a Vulcan, but maybe feelings are just your body telling you something subconsciously that
It
you
is
that you
another
haven't figured
set of
out consciously.
information that you have to
That's
process.
right.
That seems reasonable there. Uh,
Yeah.
Tell me, are you good with all of your talents that you took?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did get a chance to look through the focuses and talents and the values and everything, and I'm happy with where Tavena's at. Um, I didn't get an opportunity to look through the B plot
Okay.
stuff.
Oh,
I was looking through it quickly before this episode, but I did have you're trying to understand the cultural practices of a fellow crew member. We did kind of cover that in the
yeah.
final episode with
The thing.
Kivilik.
This I don't think we
Um,
did the second one though, did we? I didn't think we hit that one.
no, no. So the other one was a newly assigned officer takes an instant and surprising dislike to you.
Okay.
Uh, I'm happy to keep that one, and to be honest, the the first one also kind of works in multiple contexts. If Kivalek needs a plus one, then Taven could maybe fulfill that role, depending on how things turn up. But given that we had that exchange in the previous season, maybe you want to pick someone else. We'll see.
Okay. That seems more than reasonable. Jolene.
Hi, I'm Julie. She, her. I'm playing Commander Antonio Moreno. She is the second officer, right? Or first officer,
Hmm.
second in command. Annoying.
Eh,
Um, yeah, she grew up on a farm in Argentina. I looked over the talents and values and everything many times between the last season ending and now. So I did make some changes, some
Okay.
small ones. So like she's no longer the flight control officer. I changed her to the navigator. And based off of like the story progression of last year, I bumped down her con and raised her command since she had to take command. So I was like, that makes sense,
Yeah.
thematically appropriate. Um, her values are, like the crew is the family, and like I built her all about supporting the crew with like all of the talents. A lot of the talents she took, they increased support characters. Like I've took two of them. Like these just sound thematically fun. I don't really get them, but like they seem fun to me in the idea of like she's like the den mother of the ship of like, all right, look, trying to help people advance in Starfleet, and like teach them, how to work together, because we're on this ship for maybe a 5-year mission or so.
Hmm.
So we've gotta get along.
I like it. And the B plots?
B plots, I think I'm keeping them, like,
Okay.
because I don't think we like I came in late last season, so like she's gonna fangirl. The options are fangirling over a visitor to a ship to the ship, and that can be like any sort of celebrity or like famous other Starfleet member or whatever that you want to drop in as a cameo. Like I just want to like have her a chance to look real dorky.
Okay.
Like she's like put together, calm, collected, but then all of a sudden, oh my God, that's so and so. And it could
I
be
like
somebody
that.
nobody even cares about.
Absolutely.
And then
Uh,
the other one
yeah, that
is preparing for a unique athletic competition. So like her hobbies are bowling. She likes bowling. She loves dancing, but either of those would be very like doing a weird space version of either of those would be a fun time.
I like it.
Like cosmic bowling or dancing among the stars.
Dancing amongst the stars. That sounds like a star-based adventure right there. All right, and finally, at the top of the chain, here is our captain. Rich, please tell us about our captain.
Yes, I am playing Captain Edwin Escarra, who often says, "You should just do this because I'm the captain." That's kind of his default. No, I'm joking. Captain Edwin Escarra, who is a Venusian human. He is a homeworld, brought up in the Starfleet way. His career events included first contact and negotiated a treaty, and he believes he often will lead off talking about back in Venus. This is how we did things, and somehow some folks who've tracked may think that he has that the culture of Venus is ever changing like a river. There's something in back in Venus occurred just like what occurrence is happening right now, and he's giving advice that maybe isn't from Venus. He likes to get his hands dirty as a leader. He acts with confidence, even if he doesn't feel confident. But the crew always comes first. He is an excellent advisor. He's quite resolute and likes to make sure that folks can follow his lead. His B plots, we had a B plot from before. I don't remember if we had any plot about returning to Venus. I don't recall one,
No, I don't think
so I
we
left
did.
that out there. There was another B plot that I feel like we touched on enough. So I looked through that gigantic list of plots, not 187 of them, but 100, and then realized none of the 100 were good enough. So I changed one,
Fair enough.
but it was inspired by it. And that is, you discover you have a daughter you never knew. And if this were next gen or Voyager, she'd be a member of the Maquis. But I don't even know if that exists. Probably not.
Not yet.
I
Uh,
heard that it was the Maquis were invented by the holodecks, is what I've heard.
God, I think you're. Is this a thing where I go, I know that Ewoks can be Jedi, and then you flinch, and you're saying that to make us Star Trek people flinch? All right. Uh, we are going to begin. I'm going to have Rich do the captain's log, and then I want to kind of do some setup scenes on board the ship. You have a destination. Usually in Star Trek, when they're doing the captain's log, you'd already be at the planet, but we're doing a little more of the sort of the next gen style things. So as we see the nice shot of the Tempest, at warp, the classic shot of that. The model is very clean. Uh, uh, Captain Ascar's voice is going to come over. And Rich, would you give us the captain's log?
Captain's log, stardate 2272.4. The Tempest is en route to the fourth planet of the UVORT system, carrying a Federation science team to a long abandoned research facility. The site once served as a listening post, shuttered at the outset of the Federation Klingon War when Starfleet resources were pulled to the front. The planet's extreme cyclical weather patterns have drawn the interest of the Steiner Collective. Our orders are to assess the facility's viability and provide whatever support the team requires. The UVOR system lies uncomfortably close to the Romulan neutral zone and outside Federation jurisdiction. Recent reports indicate increased activity within Romulan space, along with rising tensions involving the interstellar Concordium and the Hydran Kingdom. Under the circumstances, a routine survey feels anything but routine.
Oh, good button on that. Uh, Commander Moreno, uh, there has been tension between these scientists from the Steiner collective that Starfleet has assigned you to take. It's one of the big, essentially, xenometeorological scientific institutions. There are a couple of scientists that are on the lead of that. We have on the sheet Dr. Kazala and Dr. Dexter. And uh, which one have you butted heads with, and what has been the headbutting that has gone on? They are there to lead this this setup of this expedition, this survey team. There was a previous Federation base, a bunker effectively that was there. They are planning on setting up there. What do you think?
I think I've been butting heads with Dr. Dexter's daughter. Um, the science team, they are our guests, but they are taking advantage of the fact that they're guests and they think they have special privileges. Like they're interrupting the daily crew way of life and sometimes the duties of crew members.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
I have to remind them we have a job to do on top of getting you there.
And that's the thing is there you were assigned to a system, and there's some fabrication of some materials and some equipment that has to be done. And it seems to you maybe that which one is do you think is Kazala or Dexter Daughter that is like pushing on the engineering team?
I think Kazala.
Okay.
He got an engineering look to him.
Yeah. And he's been uh, pushing on that, trying to get things done there. And let's see. None of you are in engineering. Who do we have as our engineering NPC here?
I think
Oh,
Lieutenant
Takahashi. Uh,
Takahashi.
Takahashi has come to you and said, Commander Moreno, uh, w would you please have a conversation with Dr. Kazala about the fact that there are other priorities besides the preparation of the materials for their expedition?
hold up. I have to look something up real quick. Of course, Kimiko. I have to look up a real name or first name. Uh, again, they're doing this. Okay. Kimiko, I will have a calm conversation with him. As calm as
Please do. Yeah. Uh, I just want to, it's my ship.
I
And,
know.
and,
It's
and
your engine.
yes. So what do you think, that, is your approach to that?
She's going, look, one of her values is diplomacy is the first and last solution to anything. So she's trying to be very diplomatic. Look, I understand that you have requests, an increasing number of requests of our engineering crew, and we will get to these, but it will take time. There are routine duties that need to be done for the safety and security of all of us.
Okay. Let's have you roll presence plus command. let's get a
Okay.
roll here. I think this is difficulty too.
Yep.
Do you have anything that is about doing negotiations or anything?
Absolutely not. She
Absolutely
is
not.
very good at piloting stuff
Okay.
and hand-to-hand combat and astrophysics. That's it. So she's
2d20 need
yep.
14s or less. That's a pretty good
Okay.
number.
Debating blowing the determination on the first roll just to jack up the momentum pool. But I won't. Let's try some of these new dice I got. No, that's bad. That's real bad.
What is it that you think goes wrong here? Is it that they pull some Starfleet orders on you? Is that you are distracted? What is it that ends up where perhaps you end up giving them more than you wanted
Guff.
to?
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think, based off the earlier conversation, I definitely think he tries to pull special authority rank on me. And I'm like, excuse you? I definitely lose my cool because we don't do that on this ship.
And uh, I what is it you do that is grounds for perhaps you to be reprimanded?
Oh, I think I call him a pompous jackass, and then you'll get your stuff when we have time to deal with it.
Absolutely. And I think there'll be that everybody kind of, it gets real quiet there. Well, I will have a word with your captain. And I think that cuts that scene right there at that point. Uh, Lieutenant Commander Taven, uh, what has been the issue that this new security officer, Lieutenant D'Acosta, like what has been their manner towards you that has indicated that there's something going on there? There's some problem, there's some issue that is not being said.
So I think Taven is tasked with giving inoculations to everybody on the team before they head out, on an away mission. And Da Costa has cancelled his appointment or moved his appointment 4 times.
Absolutely. And so how do we see you handling this situation?
I think Taven would probably gather the equipment that she needs and try and find him on the ship somewhere to ensure that he's properly inoculated. Dealing
And
with it before he goes to the planet is going to be so much simpler than if he comes back sick.
so I think we will see you arrive, in the security office. And I think you'll be aware that when you come in, there are a couple other security people there, and they notice who you are, and they get kind of real quiet. And Lieutenant De Acosta will look up and will say, Commander,
Lieutenant, I understand that you have a very busy schedule, but these inoculations are for your own safety.
well, why don't you schedule me with one of your nurses or nursing staff? I would prefer that.
I have the equipment needed right now. It will take only a few moments.
I would prefer to have one of your nursing staff inoculate me, Commander.
Lieutenant, that is illogical.
And I think it gets real quiet in the security room. And then you'll hear a beep from the console that you're certain that one of the other guys has like sent a text kind of thing, and DaCosta will say, "I'm sorry, Commander. There's a matter that calls for my attention," and will stand and go to leave the room.
I will ensure that an invite is sent, and I expect you to attend.
Will kind of turn and look at you. Absolutely, Commander, and will head out on this unreal mission. Do you want to try and read him or something? Like get a sense of what's going on there?
Yeah, because I just want to check he does
He is
appear to
human.
be
He is
Vulcan.
human. He is human.
He is human.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the way the
So
hair is cut there. It actually from the original picture. So
right. So yeah, Taven is confused because this does seem like there is more going on than he is just busy. Uh, I don't know that she will be necessarily very good at this.
how about insight? Plus command.
Insight plus command sounds good.
Your insight is quite good.
Just gonna. It is quite good. So that is, I believe, 2 successes at least. I'm trying to remember how
Absolutely.
the dice system works, but that
Yeah,
is
you are equal to or
both
under.
13 and under,
Yeah.
equal to or under.
I think we'll see you back, in your office, looking over things, and you will pull up the essentially the record for Da Costa, and I think that kind of skim back, nothing in his service record uh, there that particularly notable, a couple of demerits from the academy, with unspecified instance of what occurred there. But I think then you will see that uh, his family was killed in a Romulan attack on a colony.
Ah,
And a few years ago, when it was kind of finally revealed that the Romulans and the Vulcans share a strong heritage that hadn't been known before then, that sparked kind of a wildfire of anti-Vulcan sentiment among certain elements of the Federations. Does that seem like a reasonable
I
answer
see.
there?
Yes.
Okay. Uh, Commander Chivilik, uh, what do we see you doing uh, in terms of polishing your lexicographic or gamesman skills here on the ship?
I am doing a stunt thing that I like to do sometimes in our we've established there's like a restaurant or a bar or something on the ship. I mean, I know we've got that chef there. Have we
We've
did we
definitely
I've
got we know that the captain has a captain's table. We know that there is not exactly 10 forward, but there is
Yeah, it's like
a bar kind of.
not quite a bar, but better than like the cafeteria like that they had
Yeah.
on the Enterprise.
Yeah.
So I will do a thing where it's like that thing where like a chess grandmaster will play like 10 people at the same time.
Hmm.
So like I'll have like 10 different games like, you know, one of Scrabble, one of Boggle, one of I made up some Star Trek word games. Vulcan Crypto Grid, Romulan Triple Speech, Klingon Dagger Words, like, all of these different like lexicographic games. And each of my opponents will be playing a different one. And like, like I have 30 seconds to make a move and then I got to move to the next one. It's like one of these stunt things like a chess master does.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
And
and it's fun and people bet on it and whatever. Like not money, but maybe like cover each other's shifts and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like a big raucous thing and so yeah.
uh, we saw you get very badly injured a episode or two ago. What are the
Hmm.
signs? You've recovered from that, but what are the
Yep.
signs that we see of that injury? What makeup have they decided to apply to kind of add a little more character to you?
My eyes are two different colors now.
Oh,
Because one of the
nice.
thing that happened was that I lost an eye, and Taven like grew it back or rejiggered it or whatever. But now they used to be like that kind of like ice blue Endorian, and one of them is just kind of looks like a like standard brown human eye, while the other one still has that, and like I'll occasionally like occasionally and I think the other thing is like occasionally like depending on the game I'll need to kind of lean over the board a little more and squint like clearly like my vision hasn't all come back and I'm
Hmm.
still kind of used to it. But that doesn't affect my ability to talk to people or understand languages or anything like that. So I think I'm probably still doing pretty well despite the fact that occasionally I need to be like, is that a Q or an O? That's a Q. Oh, that's a Q. Like that kind of thing.
Looking at our set of secondary characters on our
Hmm.
ship and crew tab, who is one of those people that we have on there that is surprisingly holding their own against you in the Vulcan crypto grid?
Um, I think it's the chef.
Okay. So it is a thing you don't expect. The chef, who's just referred to as Yes Chef, is there, and
Because he knows all kinds of like elaborate Vulcan spices that have like, multiple like multiple V's and X's and stuff in them that allows him to make these stacking
yes,
things and in and whatever time he spent in Vulcan culinary school, he actually learned to play that game really well.
I love it. And
Yeah.
I think there'll be that thing where, you finish off all the other games and then now it's just you and him and everyone has
Mhm.
gathered around. Let's have you roll 2d20. You've certainly got an edge in this.
Yeah,
Uh,
and I think the other thing is that this is also a thing where it's not just how much you know, like it's got a lot of like positioning and it's like as much a board game as it is a word game, right? And
okay.
he's really good at that. So
Uh,
let's see.
what do
So
you
that's what
think
I
you
think.
want to use with this let's figure that out.
I mean, this feels like insight.
Okay.
Probably
Science sounds good. Or con.
I feel like um yeah, I think science probably because
Okay.
this is a science-y kind of a thing,
Yeah.
especially the Vulcan version of a word game. Probably turns more towards science.
So
Yeah.
14 or less.
Okay. And I feel like my linguistics focus is going to come into play
Okay,
here.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
All right. So
Two successes to win, one to draw, three or more to generate some momentum.
okay, and we don't have any momentum in the pool right now.
No.
All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and roll my two dice and see what we come up with here. Um, Boom!
That looks like three successes.
That is three hits. Yes. Yep.
So what is it like? What is the you don't have to give me the specific word, but what is the obscure linguistic thing that you use to finish him off?
Um, I used the fact that uh the Vulcan that I think I beat him on what in Scrabble would be like a challenge where I'm like,
Okay.
That's not a Vulcan word. And it is like a borrowed word from another language that's like been, kind of whatever, like transliterated into Vulcan
Yeah.
that is a common word in culinary circles, but doesn't appear in the official dictionary that is, that adjudicates the rules for this game.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of went on a technicality, right?
Perfect.
Uh, but like, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe like if I wasn't able to pull that out of my butt, you totally would have, and I think the momentum is like just the crew's in a good mood
Oh
and
yeah.
and it was like an epic finish and stuff, and so I'll throw that extra one into the momentum pool.
Absolutely. I love it. Captain Escarra, I think that you have history with Dr. Dexter Daughter. What is
Okay.
that history? What is that in classic Star Trek fashion here?
Oh, I think that in the academy, I had a brief romantic history with her older sister, and she was around and annoying.
And so she's several years younger. Uh and what has been her interactions with you? Has she been off off-putting to you? Has she been pleasant? Like what has been the mode there?
For someone who I knew many years ago, I would have expected more warmth, but instead, the temperature is very cool. She's not out and out rude, but aloof and occasionally bordering on sharp.
Okay. And what have you been doing to try and are you trying to figure out what the matter is? Are you trying to establish some rapport? What has been your mode here with that?
The boat has been, unfortunately, he's been tied up with other duties. He had a brief conversation with her uh, and tried to feel out what the source of the discontent might be, but we were interrupted. I had captain stuff to do.
Mhm.
So I think the approach is that I'll be doing a little bit of research, try to figure out what's her history been since the time that we knew each other when she was just the annoying little sister of my not exactly a girlfriend because it's college days kind of thing.
Why don't you make a insight plus command roll?
Okay. And do I have a focus? I don't feel like, I mean, no, I'm mostly researching, so I don't think I have anything there that applies. So let me just do add all to roll and roll. 12 and a 15, and you said it was command plus insight.
Insight.
That is 14, so one success.
So I think uh, one of the things you will see is uh, Erica. We'll use that so I don't have to say Dexter daughter, the Icelandic name that I put in there like 100 times. Uh,
You
that
set you set the bar.
I did set the
No, I'm
bar
joking.
there, didn't I? I just like the name.
It is cool.
Icelandic stuff is good. Uh, so she did not go to the academy. She went to this, one of the science institutes, probably through Daystrom and things like that. Um, but I think one of the things that will kind of surprise you uh, is uh, that her older sister uh, uh, was a year under you and didn't end up finishing at the academy. Did go and get essentially a you know pilot certification, that kind of thing, but has vanished off the grid. And in fact, there are a couple of warrants out for her.
Wow. We should probably give her a first name just
Oh
because
yeah, absolutely. What do we
that
want
she
to?
seems important enough to be elevated to a first name. Oh,
Absolutely.
wow.
What
That's
do you want to
cool.
give her? What do you want the first name to be here?
Oh, shoot. Elke. Elke.
Elke. So, sister of Elke. So Elke, Dexter's daughter, is kind of on some Starfleet roles there, and I think you will hear, you're kind of in your ready room, and uh, you'll get that chirp there that of somebody at the door, uh, and you will have them, come in, and you will see that Erica is there, looking unhappy. Captain,
Stand up. Yes, Erica.
we have a situation I thought you might want to intervene in since you are captain of this ship. Uh, your first officer uh, insulted Dr. Kazala, and she'll kind of hand you the text transcript of their interaction.
I see.
I understand that Dr. Kazala can be heavy-handed at times, but it was my impression that Starfleet Academy trained their people better on this matter of handling personnel.
The Academy offers a wide array of training, and some of us excel in some areas more
And
so
some
than
don't.
others. Erica, what's really wrong?
I don't know what you're talking about, Captain.
Falling out of touch with your sister, I didn't know that she'd run into some trouble.
She'll pause and she will say, I have also fallen out of touch with my sister.
So you don't know what's really happened there?
I know that she had to drop out of the academy.
Had to?
Captain, we're approaching the Urvort system.
Thank you. Let's continue this conversation. I wasn't aware she had to drop out of the academy, but I have matters to attend to. I'll speak with Dr. Kazala myself and make sure
I
things
hope you will also
are
speak with
resolved.
Commander Moreno.
After I speak with Dr. Kazala, I'm sure I will.
And she will step out. Let's take our first break here. Let's take 10, and then we will come back at the Uvort system, Uvort 4. So we get a shot of the Tempest in orbit around a class class M asterisk planet. We definitely get the what you can see the green of the planet below. From here, we can definitely see it is a densely vegetated planet, jungle, tropical kind of, as with Star Trek, there's only one biosphere. So it's jungle this time. But we can also see that it is there are storms, big storm patterns that are moving around. It has large, strong meteorological effects. What you will know is that when they first scouted the planet, they didn't realize how bad it was because these weather patterns actually work on a multi-year cycle, and they didn't know until later on how bad it could be. Not a lot of earthquake or tectonic thing. Those have all settled down, but you've got a lot of mountains, and that creates those various thermals and storms and things. The place that you're intending to go to, as I mentioned, is a former listening post, kind of a secreted bunker that was built to kind of keep tabs on the Romulans and other places around here. But again, Klingon Federation war was kind of abandoned. So, Captain, I'm gonna start with you. This is our like in the area surveying who's doing what. What are first steps here, Captain Escarra? Oh,
Sorry, can you please repeat? I had to go off. Sorry.
I'm sorry. So, Captain Escarra, you've arrived in system. We've got this planet which has a shielded bunker that was abandoned years ago. It's got the severe weather patterns. You've got the scientific team. The intent here is you want to make sure about the area. You want to figure out how to get them down there. You want to make sure everything's safe for them to go down there, all of that stuff. So what sort of first order of business here? This is the parroting and censors section of the program. So what do we want to start with here?
Tony, we need to make sure that we can get someone down there. Take a look. Let me know what you find.
Skipper.
So Commander Moreno, are you setting a scan, or are you setting another team to a scan? What do you want to do here? What's your first sort of order of investigative business?
I think we'll do a cursory. She'll do a cursory scan from the bridge before like we try to get more in depth. And if we need to get closer, we can get like a shuttle out there,
Right.
hopefully.
And we'll have other people do other scans as necessary for drilling in further. Let's start with uh, you. This is with sensors. I think either reason or control plus con.
Okay,
I
sure.
don't think you
I
have a
will.
specialty in
No,
sensors.
not at all. Well, I will gladly take control and
Okay.
con. That
Control plus
sounds
con.
better than
It's kind
reason.
of aiming for that kind of precise measurement of things and so on.
Hmm.
Don't forget, I could say I'm advising. So
Are you advising?
I think I will. Yes.
Okay.
So I will assist you in this by looking over your shoulder. I delegate and look over your shoulder. I'm the best kind of boss.
Okay.
It's team dynamics.
Scar, I believe you roll 1d20 for your roll on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Does that cost me a, or do I just say I do the thing
You
and
just
then?
say you do it.
That's so cool. I love that.
And you share in the consequence.
Jesus.
Did my die not roll?
I don't
I
think
was
we've got
weird.
your
It
die in
started
there.
to
Not
roll,
yet.
but it looks like it got interrupted by your roll or something because we hit
That's how.
request failed with status code 403.
Oh,
Okay.
try
That's
try again.
interesting.
Weird. Uh,
Uh,
so we've got
yeah.
one success and a catastrophic failure.
Oh goodness. You get to re-roll
Ah,
one of
that's right.
those.
I get
You
the
get
re.
to
Woo!
re-roll. I know. I
Woo!
was hoping we would forget that. Two
Oh,
successes.
Hope that's so mean. I
Uh,
respect it. I respect
and
how honest you are.
yeah,
All right. That's great. So that looks like three successes then.
three successes. So let me give you on that sort of first success. Uh, uh, you can tell that they're no other ships in orbit, no other ships in system. I think that's the basic information. You can kind of confirm the coordinates that you've got. You have the coordinates for the bunker, and I think you can confirm that you won't be able to transport down into the bunker. You can transport onto the planet nearby the bunker. It's going to be in a storm, and it'll be a little more challenging, but it'll be easier to fine tune the transporter than it will be to send a shuttle down given the weather. Um, so that's sort of the basic information. You've got a couple of successes if you want to ask some questions or throw some momentum.
I'd like to add to the narrative, like
Yeah.
clearly, Tony's still clearly very angry about the tete-a-tete earlier, and that's like I think that's how like Ed's really assisting with
Hmm.
her, like, hey, this I know he's a real pencil pushing piece of, but you're probably way more diplomatic, but you're like, helping me focus and like, get my mind back on the job, if you're cool
Yeah,
with that.
we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So I think we're gonna
So what do you want to know? What do you need to know here right now about this basis
and
location
you
here?
said we've found a good spot to transport?
What you've got is you have the coordinates for where the bunker ought to be,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got essentially within a nearby, half kilometer space, a thing that you can get is you think is probably relatively clear that you can
Okay.
transport into, but it's going to be a challenging transport down.
Yeah, what should we be on the lookout for?
What should you be on the lookout for? You don't know the status of the bunker itself yet. Like, it's demobbed, and it's shielded. So, like, is it intact? Is it not intact? That's a concern. You want to assess that and get that
Occupied,
determined
yeah.
before you send people down, because if it's been busted up by freak tectonics or by the weather or so on, sending the science team down into that is not a good idea.
Right,
Does
right.
that seem like a reasonable answer to that
No,
first
yeah,
question?
that's a very reasonable answer.
You've
Is
got
there any
another
way we can,
question or another momentum you in the pool.
is there any scanning we could do for the bunker to determine if it's been breached, if it's intact, or is that a
Yeah,
different thing?
no, that is a scan that you can pick up, kind of checking the area. I think a visual check, like based on the layout. Again, it is hard to scan because it was made deliberately hard to scan.
Gotcha.
But I think that you can confirm that it hasn't been busted open. It hasn't been broken apart. It is, as far as you can tell, still intact in the area. So you have that
Cool.
confirmed.
Okay. So there's the two momentum then, right?
Okay. Uh, Commander Chivilik, what are you scanning for? What are you looking for? What are you doing?
I'm not going to scan for anything, but what I do want to go do is go through the ship's archives and see if, um, in our mission data, in whatever briefings the science crew brought along with them, if I've got any comms logs or records of the actual, like, from when they abandoned the base. Because I'm really interested in, like, was this, oh crap, we gotta go because something unexpected happened, or was it, controlled, careful, we had a chance to shut everything down and take everything out, or was it like a rush to get out of there, and that may help us determine our posture and what we need to worry about when we're
That's a
going
really
in there.
good question. So let's have you do reason plus science.
I feel like this is security.
Okay, okay, that seems
Like,
interesting.
cause like this, I'm like, I don't care if they got data down there. I want to know if we need to worry about,
Sure,
kind of what threats we need to worry about. And this is kind of the thing where under security it says, as well as observing and analyzing threatening situations and watching for potential perils
absolutely.
under the listing of what you can do with security. Because the other thing, I guess, that which is that
Are there weapons there?
Yeah.
is there munitions there? These kinds of things you want to know. Yeah.
Yeah, that Chivilic actually came up through the academy in the security track, but was just so good at languages and stuff that they kind of pushed him into communication. But I entered, with security in mind.
Yeah.
So actually, security is actually my highest
Yeah.
department rating. So yeah,
Reason plus security gets you 12.
yeah. And so when I and you know what? I'm not really using the ships. I'm not really using communications here.
Right.
Uh, when I attempt a task assisted by the ship's computers or communication systems.
Yeah, I think you can get the ship's die on this.
Yeah, cool. So the ship's die automatically rolls a one. I don't need
Okay.
to. I don't need to roll it because I've got the communications up. That is my role benefit for being the communications
Right.
officer. I'm really good with the ship system. So let me roll my two dice and see what else we've got happening here. I've got a six and a seven, both of which should be hits.
Okay.
I don't feel like this. It doesn't fall under any of my focuses.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
let's
just
kind of
two.
split these up. I think we've got sort of two successes on the comm side and two successes on let's
Hmm.
take that comm side.
Yeah.
I think you can confirm the that the base's comms were demobbed and taken down, and you can confirm that there's no signal coming from that. All of that protocol was carried out. And let's
Yeah.
put
Like I don't need to work that hard to know
right,
that there's not like a distress
right.
signal coming out of it right now or anything like that. So yeah. Okay.
Let's put a momentum aside on that. We got two successes on. We got. I'm going to put this momentum just aside for the moment. We got the two successes. For the question that you have is about like, okay, did what was the protocol that was followed to do this? And it looks like it was a controlled withdrawal. They removed any kind of armaments or things like that. They left it so that it could be brought back up to speed. They didn't break stuff in there because there was some anticipation that they might return in the future. That was followed, and you check and confirm like there's no corners cut on it. They had enough time. You're not worried about there being bombs or anything in there.
Yeah, like they didn't have to scuttle it or anything like that.
Correct.
It was got it,
Yeah.
got it. It was
It
decommissioned.
was basically that at that time they were fighting the Klingons, and so this is close to the Romulan border, so they pulled resources away. But that still gives you a couple momentum left after those questions have been asked. Do you want to put those in the pool, or do you want to ask a follow-up question? Do you want to know something
I
else
have
about the
I have
situation?
I have a follow-up question,
Please.
and that is, what is the nature of the research that they were performing here?
You mean previously?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
They were attempting to intercept. It was a spy station. It was a listening post. And in fact, they probably, one of the things that they probably did dismantle and scuttle is that they had very high quality sensor instrumentation to packages. There's probably space for those, but they've been taken away because they were trying to, the Romulans were still a looming threat.
Yeah, sure.
So you get one more momentum or a
I
question.
think I'll and I will. Oh, yeah, I'll bank that one.
Okay, two momentum.
Wh-
Okay. Let's come to Commander Taven. Is something you want to have Taven to do, or you want to have a supporting character do to get scans, investigate, that kind of thing?
I would like to scan for life on the planet.
Okay. Then let's have you make a reason plus con. And you can use the ship's
Reason
die.
plus con is a 13. So I'll roll my two. Two successes on that.
Two
And then the
successes.
ship's die is an 8.
And that's another success. Sensors plus science is an 11 or less. So you've got three successes. So there are definitely, I mean, vegetation, local flora and fauna. You'll definitely pick up on that. Um, it's if there's anything in the bunker that's alive, because of the nature of the bunker with that many successes, you're not going to be able to. It is built to be shielded, but you'll pick up
Hmm.
local flora and fauna. You will get an anomaly, though. You will pick up. It's a distance away from the bunker, but uh, there is a residual energy source. It's it's definitely not a native thing, not like a flash fire or radiation. Like there's definitely an energy source that is uh like maybe let's say 50, 60 kilometers away from the bunker's location. Uh and you would definitely say that's not a native thing.
Hmm.
And you kind of run it through, and you're not immediately getting anything like a federation pattern or anything like that. You got another question or a momentum?
I will bank that momentum for now.
Okay. Captain, you've been provided with some information now. What's your next step?
Uh, Mostly trying to pull things together and state it aloud to the crew, so you can check me if Rich didn't catch all of the bits.
And we'll assume this is a classic, even though it's
It's not next gen,
original.
so we're not sitting around a conference
No,
chat.
but we'll assume that you are on the bridge talking. People are conversing there. You're in the chair.
Hmm.
You spin around in the chair.
That's right. I spin around all over the place. No. All right. It appears the facility was not scuttled. We don't have to worry about any dangers from what was done before they left. It was a listening post, but no longer. We do have to worry about the weather. Ideas for how we can get some people on planet without endangering them. Shuttle, will it suffice? Any protection that we need to provide due to the environment?
Let me put this to the table. Like the shuttle's not going to be a great thing because of the weather patterns to fly down. You could do that, but uh what do you think are the tools in original series that you have for this kind of stormy environment? Let's kind of pull the table and let's pull up some things there. Jolene, anything you could think of that we would have? Is it special rain uniforms? Is it a force field generator? What do you think it is?
No, I think there's specialized weather suits, like like a poncho type thing. But we're filmed in modern day, so it's going to look nicer than a 60s style poncho.
Right.
But
It's
also,
it's not made
if
of
need
silver.
if need be, we could send down some low yield explosives if they need to burrow out like a little cavern to make a quick and defensible shelter from the elements.
So some stuff for doing some basic drilling out,
Survival.
terraforming, survival stuff, plus the suits. Chivilic, anything else you want to add to the weather outfit?
Given that the weather may change unexpectedly and there may be some ionic activity in these storms, I think we're going to want to bring pattern enhancers down with us, right? Which are those things where you set them up around the landing zone and you kind of
So we
twist the
know
top
that
and they
they're in
they help.
original
Yeah.
series in Next Generation there are three pillars.
Yep.
What do they look like in original series? What's the difference?
I mean, I think the difference is that like in original series, one guy could grab it, go ching, boom, twist the top. Our version of it, like is as big as a person, right?
Okay.
It has to like you can't tuck one under your arm and then beam down. It gets its own transporter pad,
Okay.
right? And then when it's down there, someone's got to calibrate it and, do stuff with a tricorder to it to make it work. Like it's not just like in next gen, you just twist the top, it starts blinking and
Yeah.
you're good to go. Yeah,
Perfect.
it's a lot more fiddly.
Okay.
This is the, the we're beta testing them for Starfleet. So yeah.
And to Ven, what is there anything else you want to have as part of the equipment there?
Yeah, I'm going to go old school and say we need to send them like full camping gear in case they cannot immediately breach the bunker. Some
Okay.
like a heating element, a set of tents. Like it's all
Pieces of that.
stuff that if they immediately get into the bunker, they're going to be super annoyed they have to carry it.
Okay. So space camp. Okay. Yeah, I think that's great. Anything else you want to add to that, Captain Escarra?
Feels like we have everything covered.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a transporter. What it's going to be a challenge to first. Let me finish my thing, and then I'll come to you, Captain to Chilik, Commander Chilik. So it's going to be, it's going to be a tough transporter check to get them down there. But once you got that down there and you get the pattern enhancer down there, it'll return to normal difficulty. You've got two things that are going on. One is you've got this clearly non-native energy source that is big enough that it can be picked up on sensors, and then you've got the bunker as sort of two different locations that have to be considered. Uh, so those are the things that are on there. Commander Chivilik, before I throw it back to Iskara, you something you want to add?
Yeah, Lieutenant Commander Taven made a big deal about the fact that we really needed to be inoculated before we beam down to this place. And I'm just wondering whether that's relevant to things we might need to worry about when we get down there.
I think you've been given the various space inoculations that Commander Chivan had made a point of doing that, so you are set on that thing. Uh, Commander
Ooh,
Iskara,
that does. So but yes, I will
yes.
ask this question. Did, I know Tavin was going to, but then we moved on. So Rich, am curious. Did the inoculations happen for our do not like Vulcans?
What is more
Because
interesting to you that they did not get inoculated, or that okay, I see a lot of head shaking. So Acosta hasn't been inoculated yet, even though he's on the duty roster to go on the away team.
okay, I think, but I'm aware of it,
Yes.
right? Like Tavin has made me aware. Hey, this is a problem, and it hasn't been resolved. I would imagine that that is interesting. Yes, I'm into that. Cool. Okay.
So what's
So
priority one? Where do you want to send? Do you want to send two teams down? Do you want to send one team down? Where do you want to send them? How do you want to
let's send a
assemble it?
team down
Okay.
to handle the pattern enhancer installation.
And where
Uh,
do you want to have them land at?
to
Close by the
well,
bunker,
close by the
by the
bunker.
energy source, or somewhere in between, or something else?
Close by the bunker. Energy
Okay.
source makes me a little concerned.
Okay. Then we will see that. Who is the away team?
Ascara will list out people who are the ones that people want to play as the away team. That's
Okay.
who he lists.
Who's on the duty roster? Whose turn is it?
Okay. So Moreno, we know you're going, right?
Sure am.
Okay.
Got to keep up that tension.
Okay. Uh, well, we're not sending the scientists down yet.
All right. Okay.
But you're
This
probably
might
irritated that
alleviate
you have to
tension on
do
the
this.
ship.
Yes. Uh, Jim, Chivilik or someone else?
I mean, I feel like we've established that this is like a listening post with like, and they may need to set up communications equipment and stuff. So I feel like Chivilic would be in on this one. Yeah.
Okay. Taven?
Yeah, I think Deven's gonna head down to assess the uh, potential medical risks to
Absolutely.
the team.
And Ascara. Uh,
Ascara is staying back. He still needs to speak with Dr. Kazala and run things
okay.
with the backup bridge crew.
So
Backups.
who are you going to play then, Rich, on the
Let's
ground team?
see. We've got uh, looking at our main characters. We got a science officer, we got a commander, we got a security, kind of. Um, I'm just gonna take Lieutenant Johnson,
Okay,
security officer. It
take
says
the red
uncomfortable
shirt.
with a sword on his hip. Is it with a sword on his hip or without? Uncomfortable with
It,
a sword on his hip?
That was
it was
because we were
with,
armed with swords last time in the
Okay.
yes,
for when we were on planet. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
Thank you for giving me that
he was
context.
yeah, he was
Where is
irritated
this?
about the
Ah,
having that
okay.
there.
Where is
I think he broke
this?
his leg as well, didn't he?
I removed it.
Yeah,
I'll put it back so you can look at it. It's a note
Oh,
under Lieutenant Alex Johnson on the
yeah,
NPCs tab.
yeah. He
oh, the
was
NPCs tab.
yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
was looking in the wrong tab, so
Yeah, I should probably have looked on the ship and crew where he has stats and stuff. Oops.
it doesn't matter, really. Apparently, the support characters get one extra improvement from my advanced team dynamics. No clue what that means.
I can't remember.
So
It
good with the
sounded
team,
cool
it's so
though.
bad with the scientists.
Uh, yeah, we've only got a couple of the people that have actually um,
Been played.
numbered out, and I can't remember if we
Gotcha.
applied that or not, but we'll go and take a look at those after a bit. I know that we do have the secondary character advancement. There is a chart for tracking those when we do those for those. I don't think we've done that with anybody yet, so we
No, I
probably
don't think so.
should. I think we talked about doing that, and I think we kept getting distracted on it. So
It
we'll
happens.
definitely go and do a couple of advances on some folks there. I know Takahashi because they're a more senior person, they count as two towards
Yeah.
the thing, but everybody else is a standard person. Uh, so I think that we will see you beam down to the planet. Uh, Moreno, Julian, I see you narrowing your eyes as if you're looking at something and wondering. Please.
I don't. No, it's not important. I was like, did that NPC die or not? I just don't remember. So
No,
I was looking at
the only
Barry.
NPC that died has been removed from the board.
Gotcha. Cool.
So
Because I know I played one that died. So
yeah, but I don't think they were in the thing, and I know that
no problem.
Taven was had a character that we lost. Uh,
No problem.
so you all will beam down to the planet, and I think that rather than having a roll for anything, I think in classic Star Trek fashion, uh, spending a threat from the threat pool that the transporter chief is, doing the stuff, running the things, and uh, I think that Captain, you'll be informed that they've got them down to the planet. Communication's going to be difficult because of the storms. Uh, and they are further away from the bunker than they had hoped. We were able to find a spot, so they're going to have to hike a couple of kilometers to get to the bunker. But once they get to the bunker with the pattern enhancer, then transporting up and down will be much easier.
Excellent. Abe's along with him. I'm not worried about any pathfinding problems.
And I would like to think that sort of anxiously awaiting this. Of course, Dr. Kazala is on the bridge, vibrating with anticipation of going down there, and kind of waiting and looming. Um, do you want to have that conversation with Kazala
I
now?
do. I do.
Okay,
While we're waiting, Dr. Kazala, I'd like
Captain.
to have a word.
Yes, I would like
And
to have a
I
word with you as well.
Excellent. I kind of do the head gesture of like, let's go into the little ready room. Is
Yeah,
that what it's called in regional series? Is it okay?
yeah. I think we've got
Okay.
an equivalent for that here in original series here. Certainly, by the time we get to the movie, they have something of that sort. So we're going to say that they have it. Yeah, you'll go in there. and the dugout. And he will stand. Captain?
Doctor, I understand from one of your fellow scientists, Dr. Dexter's daughter, that you had a interaction with Commander Moreno. You wanted to talk to me about.
I understand that Dr. Dexter Daughter provided you with a transcript of this. It was a We are working very hard to get things ready for this mission, and your your first officer's attitude was most unbecoming.
See. Well, did that impair your work, or was it merely just a personality problem?
I hope that it is not going to impair my work. I hope that this is not a sign of the professionalism among your crew.
I hope it hasn't impaired your work as well. Well, I apologize for making this an unpleasant experience just through a personality conflict. I'll have a word with Tony. What specifically did Tony have a concern about? What did she express with you? I apologize, I haven't had a chance to read through the transcript.
And he will you kind of goes back and forth, and I think he's enough of a narcissist that he doesn't see the problem in the demands that he is making, and he will recite them again
Mhm.
in that way that I think that's the way that I think you will get as probably not as irritated as Tony, but certainly start to feel your ire rising up there. Do you want
Well,
to calm and de-escalate the situation, or do you want to put him in his place? What do you think is going to be your mode here, Captain Escarra?
because he's about to go do something really important that is part of the mission, I will de-escalate this.
All right. Do you want to make a roll to do that?
Yeah, I do. I've got
I
good
think this is
composure and
command plus
negotiation.
yeah. You've got I think this is presence plus command, and you've got
Okay.
a focus in composure that will be a focus there. So fives or less will be two successes.
Okay. Look at that threat pool, you guys. What have we done? Oh my goodness. It's some big numbers.
I
All
start out
right.
with eight, Rich.
Oh, you do? Oh,
Yeah.
it's been a while. I apologize. Oh
Yeah,
gosh.
it's
Guys,
gone
raise the
down. You should
threat
be happy.
pools.
Two,
Yeah.
It's
two,
gone
yeah,
down.
he,
Come
he
on,
gets
make it
two from each
worse.
of us, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So I am going to forget how to add dice and try really hard to add dice again. Is that a thing? No, I keep dang it. How do you add dice? Ugh.
Do you want me to walk
Do
you
you
through the
click on them?
process of building your
I
dice
did it. I
pool
did
again?
it. I
You
did it.
got it? Okay.
I think. Oh Lord, that is terrible.
Oh no.
'What is it?
But if
18
you
and a
won,
19.
you
That
have a
is
determination. I don't know if you want to spend it
this
though.
is not worth a determination.
That's
If
what
I
I thought.
fail, if he dies, he dies. I mean, if I fail at this.
What
So
is it that happens that breaks your composure? Like what does he do here in his mode
I think he
or
interrupts me several times when I'm trying to keep it cool, and he just keeps reiterating his point and not listening. And
No, I
yeah,
understand that, Captain, but you have to understand this. And he does that like three or four times. And then he
oh,
interrupts you. And then he
Doctor, I've heard your complaint. It's lodged. I'll speak with Tony. You've got a job to do, and so do I.
okay. He doesn't seem
And then I'm
happy.
walking out of the ready room. I'm like,
Okay.
no matter what he says, I'm done with this conversation.
Absolutely. So I think there is a trait on the ship of disgruntled science team now that we're going to kind of have
What?
hanging in the air here. Actually going to put that under traits.
I was like already writing it down, but you go for it. You're the oh, what is the GM in Star Trek? Does it have a special name? do a special happy name
And I don't think it's a
GM?
Cam Banks game, so I don't think it has a
Oh,
special. No,
okay. Oh well.
it may. I can't remember. It is.
Starfleet Command. Yeah.
Disgruntled science team. There was another game I was reading just the other day, and I was like, really?
I
Okay.
love the different names. It amuses me.
So we got a disgruntled science team. We cut to the planet. Storm. You see the thunder in the distance. The wind is blowing. This is moderate to mild around here. But the thing is that you definitely get like the storm. But other thing is, this is a jungle. This is a jungle. Big high trees, dense vegetation that is not been cut or tamed by human hands. It is thick underbrush. It is wild. Commander Moreno, what do we see you doing?
I'm looking to Chivilic. Chivilic's the wayfinder. Like I might be second in command, but I know my team pretty well, and so we're like some of us are having to carry those giant, heavy the pattern buffers, and like, all right, Chivilic, you've led our crew on so many of these treks before, so our faith is in you. We've got our scanners can only do so much.
So, Commander Chivilik, you've been asked to take point.
I'm freaking out. Not freaking out, but like I'm very clearly uncomfortable because I am from a planet of like tundra and ice caves, right?
Hmm.
Um, this is like my academy psych test involved not being able to see the sky, right? And so like I just um I'm happy that it's bad weather because I'm used to like blizzards and stuff like this. And so at least, the fact that there's like rain lashing us and everything makes me, but like I'm looking and I'm like, and I turn to Moreno and I say, and I kind of, we don't need to do this as characters, but I like on the show, there's like wind howling and we have to yell at each other, right? Like
Yeah.
that kind of thing. And I'm like, like there's nothing but trees. What makes you? I don't even know where you could put a base here. Did I thought we could see it from orbit?
Okay, all right. It's breaking out the scanners, like,
Okay.
and trying to pinpoint the
Tricorder, you'll pull
yeah,
that
the
out. And I think
tricorder.
the most basic thing you'll pick up is you are about 3.5 clicks away from the base. The transport chief clearly had to find a ready spot to put you down, and did.
Okay, it's going to be a bit of a hike. We are further than we were supposed to be, but we work with what we can. We've all been through situations like this before, so, you know, saddle, t strap everything down. Let's get hiking.
Okay. I think that this is going to be fitness plus security
Oh my God, I'm good at fitness.
from everybody, including our security person. Uh, Essentially 2d20. We're trying to get successes. I'm getting an 8 segment clock. You are looking to get successes. You are looking not to roll 20s. The difficulty, though, because of the harsh environment, you don't want to roll a 19 or a 20. So I've increased the hazard range. So let's start with Taven. Taven, what is your fitness plus security?
Fitness plus security is only an 11.
Okay. Do you
Good
have
job.
any focuses that would apply in this situation?
Uh, no, I don't believe so.
Let's have you roll.
Here we go. Uh, no, I'm not going to spend momentum. This will be
Do
fine.
it.
We're
Do
fine.
Oh,
it.
fine.
Everything's
Do
fine.
it. Do it. I'm waiting for someone to spend it so I can refill it.
You
Well, with that kind of encouragement.
want to spend a momentum?
Uh, yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Three
Ooh,
successes, it looks like.
3 successes.
So how do we see Taven really absolutely taking charge, doing well, really pushing forward? What do we see? Hot,
So
humid, but if you've ever been in like monsoon hot where it's raining and it's still hot at the same time.
and Vulcan itself is hot, right?
Yeah.
I think this is an environment that Taven feels probably even more comfortable in than on the ship. Uh, so I think she has eschewed the 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 wet weather gear that we had, uh, and I think she's just standing in uniform and ready to move ahead. I think she's capable of carving through whatever vines and things with
Yeah.
extreme efficiency.
So yeah, so it is that you are really cutting a path. Like the jungle is
Hmm.
not hampering you. You're learning how to go through that. What about Johnson? About our security person there? Let's have them roll, Rich. And then we'll come to
All
Moreno.
right.
Spend it,
Sweet.
buddy. Go for it.
Fitness
I
plus
could do a
security.
thing. What security and what?
Fitness and security.
Oh, this is no problem. It limbers up. It's good. It's like going on a morning run. Add a die. Add another die. Okay. Did I do the thing? Wait. Oh, there we go. Oh. Oh goodness. One success
One success. And is that
and
a
a
20
20.
I see?
That's a 20. Yeah.
What
Oh, John.
what
Johnson.
is what is the fall that you take? Is it down a slope? Is it into a hole? Is it a wash away from water? Like, what is the thing that happens there to Johnson?
Oh, I think he goes over and we see some ice crack and splinter, and then he just
Yeah,
disappears.
there's this hot jungle. You're stepping on some vines that cracks and gives. You
Right.
drop down, get washed down a ways. Um, l- let's let's have you add the trait half drowned.
Half drowned. Awesome.
Uh, uh, Moreno, what do you do to save your security person?
Oh, I think she like quick drops her backpack and like does like a cool little slide down the hill to like, and like grabs a vine and reaches down to grab his arm before like he's completely under.
Yeah, and
Some cool
Johnson,
battle damage all in the
yeah,
uniform.
yeah, Johnson, you're pulled up out of there, and you'll realize to your chagrin as well, you've lost your phaser.
Uh, Commander, can I borrow your phaser?
When we get back up.
Don't think I'll need it then. Okay.
Uh,
No, I meant out of the water. Get back up
Oh,
on the
oh,
plateau.
sure. I should go back down for it. It's not
No.
that hot.
Yeah. It's washed down whatever this jungle gully is. It's gone into the distance. You pull up. Your water has gotten inside the Federation all-weather parka. It's squishy, as you pull up here. Uh, let's have Chivilic. Let's have you roll your fitness plus security. This is one of your strengths, and then we'll have Moreno roll. We're at
Yeah.
halfway on this 8 segment clock here.
What happens if you have a trait that's not helpful?
You can say that you fail and give yourself a determination.
I feel like the fact that I'm an Andorian, um, And like, you know, we evolved to live on planets that are literally the polar opposite of the environment that I am now experiencing. Um, is probably just gonna like I feel like
Perfect.
it would take its toll here.
Yeah.
Especially like
Yeah.
because I got this like big things strapped to my back, and he's also like, he probably could have, as soon as we hit the ground, asked Taven for like a shot, like that same shot they gave Kirk to
Yeah.
survive on Vulcan or whatever. But no, he's a Starfleet officer. So I'm going to tough it out, and I
Yeah.
think maybe it doesn't work out for me.
So give yourself a determination and let's
Yeah,
have you mark in the temporary trait exhausted. Like I
yeah.
think that you do wear yourself out quickly here. Uh you're halfway through.
My
Uh
antennae are like drooping almost like down to, like, yeah.
Moreno, your team doesn't look great. You've got a
No,
chance to
it's
pull this out here though.
yeah. So at first,
Fitness
like,
plus
she's gonna like
security. Yeah.
go around and check on everyone's, backpacks, make sure everything's strapped tightly, check your boots. I know this is tough, but we trained for this and worse. We're Starfleet. We can make it through this. So I'm gonna use the spend my determination
Uh-huh.
for the crew as family to
Okay.
add 4 momentum to the pool.
Okay. So momentum goes to 6.
Yep.
And then do you want to spend one or
Yeah, I'll spend one.
three of those momentum?
No, I'll spend one of those.
Just one?
Yeah,
Okay.
just one.
Do you have a focus that applies to this?
No, of course not. You'd think with being a farm girl and dancer and athlete, she would, but she focused all on the mechanics and yet has a terrible engineering score, which does make sense, but that's just how I built it. One, two, three. So I'm looking for 15. No, 14, because it's
14.
security, right? Yeah, 14s.
So that
Well,
is 3 successes.
yep. Was it? Did you expand it to
Nine,
include 18 or not? Was
no,
it just
19
19 and
and
20? Okay.
20.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So,
So you are one segment away, which means I am going to give everybody another trait
I
because it
think
is
so
going to
we're
take
down
you
to
an,
5 momentum, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Uh, uh, so uh, I think let's give a uh, let's just say a simple tired tag to everybody here as you finally get to this bunker. And I think that as you get up to this bunker, one of the things you'll kind of notice here, even though the rain and stuff is around and is washing away a lot of things, as you come out, and there's kind of like a space, muddy space between the jungle line. A lot of it is grown up, but you will see that there are some big tracks here, like three-pointed toes, like pears, like not T-Rex size, but T-Rex shape, and maybe certainly bigger than you would expect here. You'll see a number of those around. You don't see any beasts, but that will immediately draw your attention. Let's take our second break. Let's take 5, and then we'll come back. So, Captain, you will probably get maybe not a full comms, but at least some comms, telling you that the team has made it to the location. Uh, what
Hmm.
are you doing in meantime? Are you sending people to more scans? Are you looking into something like do you want to talk to the scientists? Do you want to get things prepared? Like what do you want to be doing here? I want to give you a
Oof.
chance to do some stuff.
That's great. I appreciate it. I always feel like I'm doing stuff. I got to play Johnson, who was stuck in ice in a jungle, but not in ice. So
Hot
I
ice.
think
It's space
hot
hot ice.
ice,
Like,
space ice. It's so hot that it
yeah.
becomes solid. Anyway, have some folks continue to work on the scans, make sure everything is safe, expand after the pattern enhancer is in place, make sure that we can get a lock, that transporting is good before we bring back Moreno and the others. And yeah, it should have been quicksand. It should have been quicksand.
Oh,
That is
yeah.
absolutely 100%. I missed out. Why did I not stick myself in quicksand? I don't know. But I do selfishly want to have a moment to follow up with Dr. Dexter's daughter to give her the report of how things are going.
Okay. Do you ask her to come to your ready room? Do you go
Yeah.
down? Okay.
Oh, or unless well, she wasn't on the bridge, right?
No. So she is
Look at the
down
bridge
in
during
one
the
of the
report.
probably one of the shuttle bays. Like they're getting all of the stuff assembled and prepared
Mm-hmm.
for cargo
Mm-hmm.
transport down later. Do we see you go down there where she is, or do you call her
Yeah.
up? Okay.
For a moment, I was like, would I leave the bridge for this? But Moreno's got this. Tony's got it under control. Everything's fine. So yeah, I'll head out to the cargo bay to.
I think there is a classic moment of, Star Trek bits where you come in and you see her, and for a moment, she looks so much like Ike. Like there is that,
Mm,
a flash, maybe even we've overlaid the face and it's a different face, that for a second just to get the camera trick there.
nice.
And then she stands up. Captain, are we ready to
Erica,
go? Are we ready to transport down? We're not quite finished up here.
it's all right. It's all right. I just wanted to give you the heads up that the pattern, uh, everything is nearly ready. Pattern enhancer in place. The team has worked to secure the facility. How much time do you need before you think everything will be ready here?
She'll say, I would say we need another hour before we can start transporting cargo and stuff down if you've
All
secured
right,
the site.
good, good. Uh, can I help?
No, I don't think so, Captain. I don't think you can be of any help.
Might be surprised. I did score relatively well on a few science classes. Is that a, and he points out a like device of some kind. It's a little more esoteric and oh, see, that's the gamma version. It's pretty good.
She'll nod. She'll pause. She will say, I had a conversation with Dr. Kazala.
Mm-hmm. Told you that I speak with him.
Yes, he certainly said he spoke with you.
I feel like that wasn't satisfactory for what you
I
wanted, Erica.
I, I do not think you're commander of a starship. I should not question your decisions here.
Perhaps we find Dr. Gonzalez's narcissism a little grating. And you're right, we are operating an entire starship and while also making time for his numerous requests.
I have often found that people in command positions have a certain amount of arrogance.
So we're clear, I did offer an apology for
Did you? That
Dr.
certainly is not how it came across to me from Dr. Kazala.
Well, I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree, Dr. Kazal and I. But
That
Erica, you
that
and I thought we were
We're
We've always
what?
been friends. I thought that we were close at one time. Do you remember all the times we went to that pizza joint?
You were friends with my sister, and I don't know
And
what happened to her after her time with you, but that is history. Now, I need to get back to this.
fair enough. So you're saying you don't know why she had to leave the academy?
Captain, I need to finish this work.
I'm looking to see, like, does she
Do
know?
you want to do a read on this?
I want to do a read. I have
Insight plus
mechanics.
command.
Insight plus command. That is a thing I don't suck at. So here we go.
Yeah.
Come on. Unless I roll like that, then I do suck at it.
She knows, but she is never, ever, ever going to tell you.
I'll just leave that failure in the cargo bay and slowly back to the bridge with my non-existent tail tucked between my legs.
Captain, essentially the sensor officer will let's say it's Tund, our Tellarite, will say, I'm picking up some weird signatures in the area. Not, and she'll pause and say, I'm doing some passive background scans.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there was there's some residue of warp engine traffic in the area, but not recent. But within,
Romulan design?
unfortunately, we don't have the specs on it. It's certainly not any I can identify. It's not Federation, but certainly sometime within the last uh 6 months to a year. Maybe it's so residual. Bless you.
See if you can trace if what direction, what heading, if that's possible.
I'll
Thanks,
try to
Dalish.
I'll try to do that, and you will see them go back to the console, and the little patterns are changing, the waveforms and stuff as they analyze that.
I'm doing
What
the delegate and look over their shoulder again.
okay. Uh do you want to make a roll for that? Do you want to make
I do. Why
yeah,
not? It
let's have
sounds
you make that
fun.
command roll, and then we'll cut down. So presses plus command.
Oh, yay, I'm a little better at that. Let's see how terribly I can roll now.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Hey, that's way better.
Three
Okay,
successes.
yeah, three successes.
Uh, it moves around in orbit. Uh, uh, there are. It actually seems like maybe more than one vessel in orbit, but more importantly, and this is two successes and then you have a momentum, definitely seems like attempts were made to conceal the signature. Like there's some orbital chaff and stuff to kind of break up that, which is why it was so hard to pick up.
Definitely Romulan.
You've got one momentum. You can ask a follow-up question or throw it in the pool.
I will throw it in the pool.
Okay, momentum
I
goes to
keep failing, so I
6.
may need it later. And
Moreno,
that carries for the
that
mission, right?
carries me
So
for the,
next
yeah,
session.
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
I'd love it if it just reset it. No. Uh,
You'd love it. I won't.
I'll buy that as my GM advance at some point. It'll be uh, what is the game that that you get to buy GM powers? I forgot. But uh,
Fellowship.
it does top up at 6.
Okay.
Ryutama lets you buy GM powers.
Oh,
That's right. Yeah.
nice.
Moreno, uh, you're here. You've reached the bunker. You can see it. You've got the transporter thing. Oh yeah, Band of Blades does too. Thank you. What's the next step here? You've seen some evidence of tracks. Is it setting up the transporter thing? Is it surveying the area? Is it letting your
Yeah,
team
we're
rest?
I think first thing we do, set up the transporter modifier.
Okay. Then I think that's gonna be a four segment clock,
Okay.
using control plus engineering.
Oh dear. Oh
Who do you
dear,
want
oh
to
dear.
set to doing that?
All right. Um, well, I think our one actually he's pretty so I think Taven, you're gonna have to take lead on this. I think you've got the most experience with the workings of these work. I know it's not your specialty, but I've seen your records. I know you're handy in a pinch and when it comes to the engineering department. And
Commander
I have
Vend.
set up a pattern enhancer under adverse conditions.
yep.
Uh, so you said control plus engineering?
Control plus engineering. 14 or less.
It's a 14 or less for Tven. I don't have a focus that really applies here.
Would you like to spend?
But I would. We have a lot of
There's
momentum.
6
I'm going to
momentum. It's
spend one.
fine.
That's right. Okay. Aiming for a 14.
Okay.
That
One, two,
That
sounds
is
pretty
three
good.
three
successes.
successes. So you are almost done with this. Uh,
Oh,
Chivilic,
this
are
was
are you aiding with this, or are you surveying the area? What's your task while this is going on? You're relieved to have that thing off your freaking back, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, 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 yeah. Uh, um, I think I'm actually interested in those tracks that we saw.
Sure. Uh,
Um, I am not like, I think we know that I am pretty much useless. Like I don't know whatever, like a hyper scanner from a like a
Cosmic spanner.
voltmeter or something
Okay.
like exactly or whatever. So yeah, that's where I got my I got my C pluses was in my engineering classes at so
Yeah.
um
How about reason plus security?
yeah, that completely makes sense to me.
Do you have
Let me
anything for
see
like
here.
tracking?
Um I
Don't think
don't
so.
really know. No, it's not. Um, I no, no. I don't have anything
Do you
that
want to
is
spend
gonna
a
help in order.
determination before you roll?
I think I am gonna spend a
Okay,
determination because I
good
got
because your
two.
difficulty is a three because you
Yeah,
are exhausted.
I'm wiped out. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. And but I think this is I'm gonna spend one of my two determination that I got
Okay.
here.
So that's
Um,
two successes automatically before you roll.
hmm And the value that I'm expressing here is that a dagger is only as sharp as the mind behind it, which is like, okay, there's clearly something going on here. I don't want us to be caught by surprise. Our ability to defend ourselves is going to be directly proportional to how much we know about what we need to defend ourselves against. So,
Okay.
yeah, I'll pull out a tricorder and kind of scan around, scan the tracks, and in particular, if I can get any kind of like, biosignature from the tracks or anything like that, and
Okay.
and see what's going on.
Let's have you roll.
Yeah, and I will also spend one of our momentum as well.
Okay.
So by spending
So that'll
determination,
get you down to four. Yeah,
I'm gonna do the thing where I'm gonna add a die set to one, I think is what I will do.
yeah. So you'll start with two successes and then you're
Yep.
going to still roll 3d20.
Yep.
So
Oh, I like the look
that's
of that.
two
Yeah.
more successes, looks like.
hmm
Uh, so for three,
Yep.
I'm going to give you some basic, and then you can either throw momentum or you can ask
Yeah.
a follow-up question. you would, based on the scales and things here, whatever it is reptilian, has it looks like they're bipedal but heavy, so they
Hmm.
probably do have that kind of almost T-Rex upper body thing.
Sure.
Three claws, a dew claw at the back, um, kind of thing. There are a number of them that kind of crisscross this area that are there. Um, you'd guess probably like a big horse size, or maybe even a little bit
Sure.
bigger than that kind of
Yep.
thing. Um, uh, can't tell whether they're herbivore or carnivores, things like that. It does seem like they're probably, I mean, these are, a native species. You've certainly got the sense of that. Um, you have a momentum for a follow-up question or throw it in the pool.
My follow-up question is, do they appear in any way interested in the fact that there's this structure slash door here that we're dealing with? Like, do they just wander past it? Or like, are there tracks assembled around the door, and scratch marks on it or something like that? Like, do they seem interested in this structure at all? Or is it, or as far as they're concerned, it's just geography?
There are no scratch marks on the doors, but it looks like the tracks come in and out.
Yeah, and I'm like, Commander, you're gonna want to see this.
All right, what do we got, Abe?
And uh I say uh not a lot of lizards where I'm from, but my understanding is that they shouldn't be able to do that. And I say, pointing at like where there's like a track neatly bisected, like by the door.
Right. Okay. Well, uh, Phaser set to stun. Be on the lookout.
Commander Moreno,
All,
what's your intention here? You still got to finish out this transporter buffer.
yeah,
It's not set up yet.
I'm gonna help try and help Taven finish this off. Gonna
Okay,
hand
let's
my
have you make
phaser.
that roll. Hand your
Gonna hand my
phaser to
phaser
Johnson.
off to Johnson. I've
Okay,
got like my little you know, machete thing for getting through the jungle. So,
absolutely.
um, why not? Control plus science, right? Or
Yes.
no, engineering, right?
Engineering. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's an 11. I'll spend a momentum as well.
please take it down to
Easy come,
three.
easy go. Easy come, easy go. That's why I added all of it. So, all right. I can't read any of those. So, two successes.
Two successes. So you will be able to get it completed. And do you want to ask a question or throw momentum back in the pool or something else?
Hmm. I want to create a trait.
Takes two to create a trait. Do you want to spend one of
Yeah,
the
so
momentum to do
yeah,
that?
spend an extra momentum to create a trait.
What is the trait?
Um, like this pattern buffer is like locked down. There's like we've got it nice and set. It's not gonna like tip over. It's not gonna be easy to mess around with. We're
I like
probably
it.
not gonna be able to take it with us. So,
Okay, I like it. But that sounds good. Johnson, what are you doing?
Keeping an eye out, watching things wearily. I don't have a phaser. Maybe I'll bum a phaser off to Vin. Hey,
I think
what are you
Marino
doing?
gave you her
Oh yeah.
phaser.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Sweet. So yeah, dealing with I got the phaser. Want to make sure that there isn't. We saw the weird lizard guys. Could be a problem.
Okay.
Maybe I go out a little bit.
I'm about to hard frame in a thing. I'm going to spend some threat pool. I'm going to hard frame in a thing right now. Johnson, you are at the edge away from this when this happens. You all are getting the pattern buffer. Chivilic, you're still kind of there when out of the jungle line come a dozen sort of reptilian beasts, tall headed, and the riders that are on them lower their weapons and aim them at you. And they've got them aimed at you. You can see they're on saddles on the backs of these things. They've got them pointed at you. Johnson, you fade into the jungle. You are not spotted as they capture the rest of your team. At that moment, Captain Escarra, you will hear, Captain, there's a ship approaching, coming out of warp. I design unknown. It's not Romulan. I don't know what it is.
Let's go to red alert.
You will go to red alert. Shields will come up, and you will see this ship. I'm putting it there on the NPC tab. And you will hear come over your comms. This is Battleship 0302 of the Vendelic Preservation. Prepare to stand down. Prepare to stand down. We will not tolerate subversion and cooperation with the insurgency. Stand down. And that's our mid-episode break. Vendelic Preservation, yes. That's where we'll take up next time with that in orbit and the capture on the ground and such. Sound good?
Sure.
Let's do a quick stars and wishes. Captain, I had you on the scene here for the last bit. Stars, wishes.
I mean, it's not hard, but still star for shocking me with completely who even are these people? I don't know if Vendela preservation is part of a thing that I should know about, but it
They are
sounds
not.
cool and that
I've
ship
made
is
this shit
awesome.
up.
Yeah, we can make things up. I
What?
love it.
Why was not informed?
Yes.
I'm very
This is not
excited
Star
about
Trek
these
Kynan.
pictures. Oh, this is neat. There's some really, really cool pics in there. I'm quite excited for that. It's great to get back in the saddle, as it were, the like lizard saddle, the lizard riding saddle, it turns out. Really fun. Thanks for everybody putting up with me being off cam for the first 15 minutes or so. And also with me flipping ice with jungles. Who knows? Quicksand. Dang it. That's my wish. I need another go at the quicksand. Maybe if Johnson blows a roll, he'll get stuck in quicksand.
Absolutely. Well, he is off on his own. We're going to start him, on his own Rambo style. Figure out
I
what they're
was
going
totally
to
gonna
do.
have him wearing a headband of some kind. I don't know
Perfect.
why.
Wishes?
Yeah. Wishes for Johnson to contribute to helping the crew. He seems to be the butt of many jokes, the red shirt that he is. It would be cool if he pulled. And that's the dice. It's a wish for good die rolls.
Good die
You're
rolls.
doing a great job. You do not make him look inept. The dice just want that to happen.
Yep.
Other wishes, scenes with each of the PCs, of course. I really enjoy when Escar gets a chance to interact with everyone. And I may play someone other than Johnson in the next episode.
Sure.
Like, probably not this episode. I'm good with Johnson for here, but future state, I'll probably look for another crew to bounce around.
Absolutely. We've got some roles that haven't been filled. It's always nice to have those.
Fun.
Chivilic.
Oh, I'm really happy to be back. I love this game. Um, you know, and just getting back into character with everybody. Jolene having Moreno just tell off that snotty scientist, like it's like I I feel like that's a sign of things to come. But I like that she just let it rip, just let him have it. Um, like he was a cadet or something like that. I really dug that moment. We got to see her do that. Rich, Captain Escarra, um, uh, like invoking, that time we all went out for pizza. Don't you remember that? whatever, like 15 years ago when I was in college, and like just in that way that clearly that's like an important memory to you that means something to you, that to her is just like whatever, we went for pizza. I love that interchange. That was really
Thank you.
yeah. And Mike, the fact that um the first words in character out of your mouth were, but that's illogical, would just beautiful. Maybe not the first words out of your mouth, but that's the first thing I explicitly. You may have said something about the inoculation before that, but what I remember was, but that is illogical. And you're right, totally illogical. And yet, here we are. It was fantastic. Wishes. Um, uh, uh, I would like to steal a dinosaur, please, and have a dinosaur chase through the jungle.
Okay.
So because that's whatever, like just
Well,
just
now I got to go in and say that someone needs to walk a dinosaur.
Everybody has to walk the dinosaur.
okay. I want to steal a dinosaur, and I would love it if one of the like science team is somehow mixed up in this in a way that like is gonna come out as all of this proceeds, and that they're not just like whatever clueless, well, I don't know what's going on, but to even tangentially one of them somehow like could have warned us that something like this might have happened, some kind of thing like that to give us some tension besides the some kind of Starfleet tension with them besides the
Okay.
just the
I may have
interpersonal stuff.
a different take on that, not sort of the science, but I've got something for you that I may that you we may give you a parallel to that I think is appropriate.
Perfect.
Um, uh, just to Rich, I hope you're not going to mind when your ex-girlfriend turns out to be some kind of criminal pirate queen.
Mind.
Okay,
I
just
didn't.
wanted to
I was
put that
afraid to
out
put
there.
it as a wish because I felt like I was lampshading it too much. But I'm
Yeah,
hoping for trouble.
that is my plan, given people's various B
Nice.
plot requests and such. I think we can dovetail all of this together. So, Mike.
Yeah, this was awesome. It felt like coming home. I really enjoy this game, and I really enjoy these characters, and just the whole Star Trekness of it all. It's perfect. Um, I did have some stars for Jim. I love just winning on a technicality, and just the whole energy of doing a stunt performance of all these different word games together. But then, yeah, to pull out the win on the well, actually, um, I love the human eye as kind of a thematic element linked to Kivilik's core conflict. I did want to check because we've all been saying Kivilik because of the way it's spelled, but when you said it at the beginning of the episode, you said Kivilik with a soft CH sound. Do you have a preference one way or the other?
Um, Havilic pronounces it that way if anybody asks him. He has never
Okay.
corrected anybody. He has never corrected anybody on it. He's one of those because he's a linguist. He's however you pronounce it in a way that's comfortable for you, pronounce it that way. That's fine.
Okay. Cool.
And very explicit, like and like I think if someone were to ask him, he would say, pronounce it the way that's easiest for you. I know
Mhm.
what you mean when you say it. And like he absolutely would not take offense. So yeah.
Yeah, but for Tivan, there is a correct way to pronounce it. She will use that. Uh, and I also had a star for just volunteering to fail on the environmental check. The whole experience of Kivilik being on this hot, wet planet and just not being able to cope was it is interesting to see him outside of his comfort zone in that way. I think we kind of previously he was injured, but more in his comfort zone. Now he's doing fine physically, but emotionally and mentally maybe not as well. Um, for Jolene coming out of the gate swinging with just dealing with an a-hole and dealing with an a-hole the appropriate way to deal with an a-hole. I love that the first roll of the game I think was a natural 20
Yeah.
just to drop us directly in the crap immediately. That was great. And I loved Moreno pulling the away team together, dealing with that frustration, but still being the commanding officer when you need to be. That was really well done. Um, for Rich, the opening log always gets me in the headspace. I know Lowell gets some credit for writing it, but
Rich really
just
massaged
hearing
it.
it in Escarra's voice.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Thank you.
And so that was great. And I really love the way you're trying to approach the kind of Elkie situation with some empathy and trying to be a friend to Erica that clearly doesn't want it, and just continuing to reveal that Dr. Kazala is an a-hole. I might have to have Taven look up some proctology. Um, Rich, this is awesome. As always, really captured the Star Trek feel, the set of complex interactions with some NPCs that have conflicting kind of things, and bringing conflict to our PCs in a way that is ethically challenging in some regards. It's like, okay. Yeah, and I just had another staff. I love the dice rolls, just reinforcing that Kazala
Yes.
is a challenging person to work with.
Fair. Any wishes?
I really want to find out what that energy signature is. I don't know if it's the ship of the what were they, the Vendelic Preservation, or if it's something else, but I had to resist the urge every time we cut to the away team to have to then be scanning to try and get more information on it. That is the thing that is she's laser focused on. Um, and also the Lieutenant De Acosta thing is also challenging, and I don't know as a human being how I would approach that situation. So seeing how that is going to pan out for Taven is, I'm intrigued.
Yeah, that's definitely that. There, of course, that is that lift from that old original series episode where they first saw the Romulans. So I
Mhm.
am stealing from the sources there.
You from the
Aw-
best.
awesome. Jolene.
Yeah, God, this is so great. Like I said in the chat earlier, I love all of the characters from all of the Open Hearth Star Trek games. So it was like great getting to get back together and play. I love that I opened with a 20 and I'm like, this pompous ass. And then when Rich tried to de-escalate, when Ed tried to de-escalate, he didn't roll a 20, so he didn't go as far as me, but he also did not de-escalate. It's just like, I got to deal with this jerk as well as the sister of the lady I used to have a thing with. And then Jim, like they said, he's like, "Hey, what if I just choose to fail this? What happens?" Because you weren't even thinking about the benefits. Just like, no, I'm not used to this. I like cold places. And to then just like, love it. I'm loving all this, as always. Also, Lowell, as always, these cliffhangers, always great. It's like always have the perfect cliffhangers. Wishes. I look forward to playing some of the side characters more often, and even just like in innocuous scenes where they're just like having side characters bantering with other side
Yeah.
characters
We're probably
or
going to
with
have
the
a kind
main
of a
character.
split between ship and ground crew. So I definitely want to give a chance for people to play supporting characters on the bridge and present in those for that kind of troop play of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's a really good point.
And this is not specifically just for next episode, but
Mhm.
like for the season, I look forward to like expanding their personalities and in glances here and there more.
Yeah. And as you mentioned earlier, something we don't want to forget is giving the crew that have been there before some advances and getting them up there, giving them values so they can have hit points,
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah. So
The mechanics of it gets to be a lot, so
yeah.
uh yeah.
Uh uh awesome. I want to thank you all. There was something I was going to say, and now I have forgotten it. Oh well. Is everybody cool with me posting the video?
hmm
Okay.
Yes.
Then I will do that, and then we'll take up with this next time. Thank you all very much. Let me stop the recording.
Thank you.